pwedeng maglaro sa iba. Hindi. Magulo yun, di ba? Magulo yun. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here at the Home Spirit Basketball Court for the second game of the semifinals between the number 2 team, the Creative Hub, going up against the number 6 team, the ROTOPACK. On their last meeting, ROTOPACK won on their matchup 99-93. With the depleted lineup, of course, no? One of the 3 lost 6-3. Pumasok dito ang the Creative Hub with the 6-3 records, winning the coaching system against other teams. At ang ROTOPACK naman, they are tied with, of course, ang Champions Lab at ang Happy Cow. But they have that advantage on the points, no? Quotient. That's why they face number 7. Sa uling paglalaban nila, puntahan natin yan, 99-93. ROTOPACK come to that ball game with a 41 out of 93. 36 points para kay Ralph Chua with on that game. Ralph Chua scored 36 points, 7 rebounds and 5 assists. Samantalang EJ Lee supporting him with 20.6 rebounds and 3 assists. At ang naging best player natin dyan ay yung double-double performance si JD Pascual with 18 points, 21 rebounds, and 7 assists. The 14 turnovers ang kinumit doon ng ROTOPACK, and they scored 12 out of 18 from the free throw area, 5 out of 24 sa 3 points with 20.8 at at yung field goal, 36 of 69. Yung 3-point area. 2-point area is 36 out of 69 for a 52.2%. So, yun basically, yung 2 points area ang naging factor dito at yung free throw area kung saan parehas naman nag-miss ng 6 pero mabigat pa rin, no? Yung additional 6 points din na binigay na free throw ng the Creative Hub para sa ROTOPACK. At yung shooting percentage, although more shots was taken by the Creative Hub at 40 out of 103, pero mababa yung conversion, 38.8 lang sila. And a 3-point basket coming from Joseph Uy. They are now enjoying a 3-point lead. ROTOPACK is a team that parang diesel. Medyo hindi ganun kabilis uminit. And Macho Chong missing that shot. Here's EJ Lee. EJ finding an open jump go inside. And they got the lead to just 1. MOOKEM helmet. Here's the kicks out. Aaron misses. Tinggal Pua with that rebound. Ralph. And a blocking foul. Blocking foul will be called on number 11. Matthew Chong. His first personal in this ball game. The first team foul for both teams. Or the first foul committed by both teams here in this game. Ralph Chua making the first. Two for Ralph. Aaron. Joseph Uy, bang! Back-to-back three for Joseph Uy. Who is wearing a black and white shoes. Malakay misses that three. Here's Aaron. Joseph, he check, bang! Joseph Uy is in the zone right now. 9 points of that 11 on the board. 3 out of 3 at the early part of the game. Jeff Go. Rob Chua, babawi, a bit to the left. But a foul will be called on Jeff Go. MOOKEM helmets, complete lineup. Sep Muya and Boss Edison Chan not playing in civilian clothes, but of course, Coach Morik Muya will take the chores as the coaching staff, the head coach of the Creative Hub. And a 3-point basket coming from Rob Chua. Matthew Chong. Aaron. Matthew wide open, short. And Rituya blocked from behind by Jeff Go. Here's EJ Lee. Floater. Miss. Aaron, you get that rebound.
Okay.
A warning will be called on Coach Morik Muya for resentment to a non-call. Malakay keeps that ball alive. EJ Lee. Jeff Go. Misses. Jeff, put back! And that ball will not go in, but there will be a foul. The foul will be called against Jeff Go. Tipo checks in. And then Tomas Chua. Here's Malakay. Chua. Rod sees an opening in the middle. He goes for that drive. Rob Chua checking in. Francis Teng. JD Pascual also checks in. Hindi yung tawag sa labas kanya yun.
Sa bench kaysa mag-focus sa game eh. Focus sa game.
EJ Lee scoring a 3. And a deadlock for this ball game. Here's Francis Tang, overshoots that one. Bonbon, lalakad lang. Here's the steal, Wesley. Wesley Ang! He will travel. With a violation of that same foot landing. Ralph Chua will convert the three. And ROTOPACK will take a lead, will be coming back. Referee. Tayo referee. Bon! Hey! Pare mag-usap kayo, sabog kayo sa loob. Alam niyo, pwesto niyo kanina, isang hilera kayo dito. Oo.
Saan?
Kanina.
Sa pipili mo lang.
Ito nga, hindi, sandali. Hindi na tayo magsisisihan dito. Hindi na tayo mag-uusap dito para magsisihan. Okay? Ang inaayos natin dito, kung paano tatakbo ng maayos.
Para sa akin, Hindi, para sa akin.
Okay?
Ito, dalawa tayo.
Focus tayo, usap tayo. Pag nakita, dali lang. Dali lang, ako muna. Ako lang muna. Pakinggan niyo muna ako ha. Pag nakikita niyo naka-out position yung kakampi niyo, tignan niyo na kagad sa inyo saan nyo na.
Ako. Palas po kami, sakit po kami, pero safe po yung natin na.
I-assist niyo na yung sarili niyo. I-assist niyo na yung sarili niyo. Mag-assist kayo, mag-communicate kayo, mag-usap kayong tatlo. Dahil pag hindi kayo nag-usap, sasabot tong game na to. Okay? Kailangan natin maayos na matapos tong game na to.
Pero huwag yung kausapin muna. After na mag-game na
Tapos
kausapin.
sabihin na hindi lang ako.
After ka.
A mess. Here's Buentipo. Jordan will score plus a foul. A foul will be called against Thomas Chua. Oh, it's JD Pascual's foul. Here's Laguno. Game is tied at 16. Laguno, Pascual, Ralph Chua. Ralph cross court to EJ. EJ. He'll be caught stepping on the sideline. Wesley kicks out. Teng for three. Teng will miss. Keeping that ball alive is Kenny Go. Here's Joseph. Kicks out. Wesley and will miss that shot. And Jordan Buentipo in and out on that shot. And that will be a foul on Kenny Go. Matthew Chong checks back in for Joseph Uy. Malakai Lim replacing EJ Lee. Ralph, Malakai. Here's Ralph Chua against Chong. Getting that pick. Ralph pull up, 19-footer miss. JD keeps that ball alive. JD kicks out. Laguno comes closer. Missed that one. Here's Jordan Buentipo. Jordan to Wesley. Wesley, Jordan against Ralph. Goes inside, kicks it out, Francis Tang will miss. Rebound, Thomas Chua secures that one, but there was a steal. Here's Jordan, basic basketball using that glass. 2-point lead, 18-16. The Creative Hub with a twice to beat advantage in this semifinal match. Malakai Lim misses. Kurt Thomas Chua will be fouled by Teng.
Kenny! Masyado, Kenny! Tulungan mo si Francis to. Tulungan mo si Francis. Pasa lang na yan.
Thomas Chua, a reliable free throw shooter. Good shooting hands for a big man. But he will miss the first. Misses both free throw. Robin Laguno to JD Pascual. And Francis Teng will be called for that foul.
Coach, dalawa na yung coach.
Three straight missed free throw for ROTOPACK. As the street shooting, Makti getting ready to check in.
Ulit, tatlo na nga tayo yung topic.
Chua and Wesley Ang will be called for that foul. Chua will once again on the 15-foot line. Making the first. Two for Ralph. Charles Wong also checked in. Seeing action for the first time. Matthew Chong forces that one. Jordan Buentipo with that offensive rebound. Chua with that buzzer beater, he will miss. Will be coming back.
Alam namin ginagawa namin. Sila ka ano pa nga parang sabihan mo ng ganun doon? Ano niya na stroke? Hindi siya pumito eh. Kaya mo na. Tama na, may tawag ito niya. Ito, ano ko sabi? Ito, may pagkakamali mo kami na huwag natin i-stop na play. Alam mo kahit hindi ako. Kami na lang mag-stop.
Okay, sige. As the start of the second quarter, JD Pascual will convert that baseline jumper. And it's just a 1-point lead, 21-20. Joseph Uy, Matthew Chong, He will miss. Retuya. A pushing foul will be called. Second foul on JD Pascual. Making a drive, overshoots that one. Malakay tapping that ball to Ralph. There is Sabado, open, takes a three, bang! There is Sabado with a big three, 24-20. Matthew Chong, wide open. Entry pass inside. Last touch will be on Carl Kua. Malakay with his first conversion from that three-point area. It's now 27-20. Matthew creates. Layup miss. And a foul this whistle here. It will be against Charles Wong. His first personal, but the second team foul of ROTOPACK. Joseph Chua or Joseph Uy. Joseph Uy converting another basket. He has now 11 points in this ball game. Ralph. There is at the same spot. There will be an offensive foul. Basket will be nullified. Charles Wong will be called for that foul. EJ Lee checking in for JD Pascual. Joseph Oy in the middle. Retuya and Carl Kua will be fouled by Derry Sabado. Carl will be shooting 2 free throws. That is forcing that one. He missed. Kua with the rebound. Boss Kentong gives it to Joseph Uy. Uy, entry pass. Retuya will be pushed. Charles Wong with his 7-13 foul. Rudolph Retuya missing the first. Richardi for Retuya. Jeff Go and Lloyd D. Lloyd D seeing action for the first time. Jeff Go for Charles Wong. Rob Chua will take his first rest in this ball game. Malakay. EJ blocked by Retuya. Carl. There will be a foul. It's going to be on EJ Lee. Eight minutes and 44 ROTOPACK now in the penalty. Two for two for Rudolph Retuya. Lloyd T kicks out. Derry Sabado. Bang! 2 out of 3 for Derry Sabado. Back to a 4-point lead. Matthew. Reverse layup is good. EJ Lee bringing down that ball. It's Malakai. Malakai. Missed that 3. Joseph Uy to Ong. Or to Chong. Malakai with a steal. Follow number 42. Carl Kua. And EJ Lee will be warned. Dennis Sabado with another 3 at the corner. 9 points for Dennis here in the quarter. Hindi, warning lang si EJ. Uy, warning lang si EJ. Hindi. Ayaw yung 42. Warning lang yung 42. Si EJ warning for trash talking.
Sabi kasi double tone. Warning tapos
Carl Kua, blocked from behind by EJ Lee. Here's Malakai. Darius again, open at the right side. Malakai drives, and Malakai will score. It's now a 6-point lead. ROTOPACK. Same question. Do they have extra air to extend this series? And if the creative hub will be affected by that long rest, Retuya, he will be fouled by Mac T, or rather by Lloyd T, and he will be shooting 2 free throws. Rudolph missing the first. Retuya missing both free throws. Malakai on the spin. Lloyd T with a great fake. And the bench players are contributing for ROTOPACK. Matthew Chong, Retuya.
Pwede mo nagpapala yung technique ko na. Ha? Wala naman talaga yun.
Jeff Go will be called for a foul, plus he will be slapped with a technical, so that will be sport.
Apat na siya, apat.
That will be sport personal foul. On Jeff Go. Aaron, you will be shooting the technical free throw.
Slice, ha? Wala. Ngayon ko ng tira pala.
Aaron missing the technical free throw. Rudolph making the first. Two this time for Rudolph Netuya. And Kenny Go checks in. Malakay. Basket will not count. Holding foul will be called against Aaron New. Lloyd T. Lloyd kicks out. Corner three. In and out for Daniel Pua. Jordan Buentipo almost loses that leather. Gives it to Mac T. Here's Mac for three. Overshoots. Lloyd T with the rebound. Malakay. Bring down that ball. EJ asking for that ball. Malakay attacks. Malakay will score. 9-point lead for ROTOPACK. Here's Lloyd T. Lloyd T is blocked. And ROTOPACK calling a timeout, will be coming back. Okay lang, nililihan kita. Oo, nagpada ka lang ako.
Masyadong yun sa gawa. Pero yung people
Aniversario ng asawa niya. EJ fading away and scoring a two. It's now a double-digit lead by ROTOPACK against MOOKEM Helmet Decorative Hub. Makti for three. Kenny Go. Daniel Pua. Hustling with that ball. Here's EJ. EJ, he will be bumped. And a blocking foul will be called against Alvin Go. Or Kenny Go. EJ will be shooting two free throws.
minutes po. 24.
EJ missing both free throws. 4 minutes and 40 remaining. Wesley, Jordan Buentipo attacking that baseline and scoring. Buentipo, a force that is hard to stop inside that shaded area. Good pass, EJ Lee. Basket will count. Holding foul will be called against number 1, Kenny Go. Kenny Go's third personal foul. Oh. EJ making it a dozen-point lead, completing that 3-point play. Jordan Buentipo scoring over Tomas Chua. Here's the lead pass. Wesley breaking that play. Aaron against Malakay. And that will be a hand check foul. JD Pascual and Ralph Chua checks back in for Malakay and Thomas Chua, while Rudolph Pretuya checks in for Kenny Go.
Okay.
Aaron making the burst. 2 for 2. Pag timeout daw, Maurice. JD. Lloyd T. Here's Ralph Chua. Open 3. In and out. And Daniel Pua will be called for that foul. No free throws for Rudolph Pretuya. Rudolph missing both free throws. Tuloy daw, tuloy. Here's Ralph. EJ cross court, back to Ralph Chua. Ralph getting that pick. Here's Lloyd T, open at the corner. He missed. Aaron Yu stepping on the gas. Attacks the basket. He missed. Lloyd T. Ralph Chua has that momentum. He attacks and he will be fouled. Second foul on Aaron. And Ralph will be taking a free 3. Rebound there. And Latuya. Rudolph. Wesley. Matthew. Quick hands. Here's quick hands by T. Lloyd cannot control that pass. Pass is too strong. And Robin Laguna will check in for Lloyd T. Aaron asking for Wesley to go pull out. Here's West for 3. Wesley Young with a big 3. And it's just a 5-point lead. EJ Lee. Ralph back to EJ. EJ babawiin. Aaron with the basketball. Wesley goes back to back. He will miss. Here's the lead pass. JD Pascual. And that will be a blocking foul. Kumagilid.
Boss, saan tayo, boss?
Kumagilid. Kumagilid. Mas mori. Kumagilid. A blocking foul will be called on Rodolph Rituya.
Coach, dalo na yung coach. Upang.
Second foul on Rudolph. JD Pascual missing the first free throw. A timeout. JD splits his charity, and a timeout will be called by the creative hub. MOOKEM helmet will be coming back after the break. Ilan?
11 fouls.
Dito.
Oh, na 6 fouls dito. Tapos sa second quarter lang yun ha. Second quarter lang yun. Mag-overall. 14-11.
Kaya. Walang naman nila magmutawa. Dapat ka na. A creative with the ball. Jordan Bantipo against Pua. Sasabit na ron. Now Jordan Bantipo will be shooting 2.
Isang buong quarter. Robin Laguno. 2 green shirts or blue shirts battle it out. Matthew Chong will create and he will score. 4-point lead. JD Pascual will lose the letter. Rudolph Rituya will be replaced by Carl Kuo.
Wesley. Jordan. Block from behind. Jordan will score. Patience before he takes that release. And it's now just a 2-point lead by ROTOPACK. Ralph. KD. Entry pass. Pua. EJ Lee will lose the leather. To take back the lead, and Joseph Uy delivered that three. And that 10-point lead by ROTOPACK was erased, and now the Creative Hub leading by 1. We will be coming back after the timeout break of ROTOPACK. Aaron Yu checking back in for Wesley Ang.
Open ka dyan, open ka dyan. Sige lang, sige lang, sige lang. Sige lang.
Malakay, Ranchua, wide open! Oh, that ball will not go in. Can he go? And we will end this first half. 46-45, a 1-point lead by the creative of MOOKEM helmets. We will be back for the second half.
9 out of 18
Another foul whistled here as Carl Kua will be on the 15-foot line. That will be on EJ Lee. Lloyd T checks in for JD Pascual. It's now an 8-point lead by the creator of MOOKEM helmet. Malakay, Lloyd T. Back to Malakay. Malakay for 3, overshoots. Rebound, Daniel Pua. Galing sa tira mo, galing sa tira, tumira. Tumira, hindi, tumira. Basta nag-attempt, hindi ang bilang natin. Tumama sa ring. (57-51). Lloyd T will be called for hacking foul. Kentong will be replaced by Teng. Francis Teng. Ralph with the rebound. A chance to cut the lead. EJ Lee attacking. Hangs time in the air and scores a 2. 57-53.
7 minutes yun ha, tumama sa rin. Coach, return ano?
Carl Kua tapping that ball to Francis Teng, and Francis Teng scores. Ralph. EJ Lee. EJ. Extra pass. Daniel Pua. Too strong. Retuya with the rebound. Matthew Chong. Matthew. Pulls up. Matthew gets that shooter's bounce. 61-53. EJ Lee and Joseph Uy will be called for that foul. Wesley Ang checking in for Matthew Chong. Terry Sabado for Malakay Lim. Lloyd T, corner 3. Francis Tang secures the letter. Wesley. EJ with the rebound. There is Sabado. There is cross court. EJ regains back the ball. 12 to shoot. EJ, Lloyd T. Daniel Pua, Rob Chua. In and out. Carl secures the leader.
Tol, bawal na, tol. Stop. Sorry.
And a substitution. Jordan Bentipo. Double foul will be called against Rudolph Retuya of the creative of MOOKEM helmet, and number 8 of ROTOPACK, Lloyd T. (61-53), 8-point lead. Francis Tang, miss. Good box out by Daniel Pua. Here's Ralph. Ralph will finish the layup. Down to 6-point lead. Or only down by 6 now at ROTOPACK. Daniel almost getting that steal. Wesley Young. Carl open on the three. He will miss. Francis Teng. And last touch on Lloyd T. Daniel Bua will be replaced by Charles Wong. Matthew Chong for Joseph Uy. Carl. Francis Tang. Still can find that hole. Lloyd D. Secures the letter. Lloyd. EJ. Keeps that ball alive. EJ on the attack. EJ. He will miss. Matthew. Wesley open. Wesley using that glass and converting that three. It's now a 9-point lead.
Sa camera na lang para ano. Para picture.
Lloyd T. Blocked by Carl Kua. EJ Lee gets that ball. EJ attacking. EJ basket will count. As a blocking foul will be called on Jordan Buentipo. Lloyd T. and Danny Sabado.
Picture ka.
EJ Lee for a 3-point play. Again, they are down by 6 points, 64-58. Wesley to Matthew. Matthew got that momentum. He will miss. Last touch on Carl Kua. EJ pulls up, baseline jumper is good. 5 straight points for EJ Lee. And they got the lead to just 4. Carl, Maxi, corner tray, challenged by JD Pascual. Here's EJ Lee. EJ finding JD Pascual. 64-62. Down only now by 2. Makti. Carl Kua. Carl will miss. Jordan Buentipo with a putback. EJ. It's JD on the attack. And there will be a foul on Carl Kua. Rudolph Betuya for Carl Kua. While Aaron Yu replacing Matthew Chong. JD now in the 15-foot line. He missed the first. Free throws will be a big factor at this juncture. A split charity.
Dito ako sir, nandito ako sir.
Wesley, again, on the other side of the court, using that glass and scores another 3. EJ. Ralph, open, 3. And Makti will be called for that foul. Robin Laguno checks in. To give a extra breather para kay EJ Lee. JD still struggling. Mamaya pag-usapan natin yung 3-point free throw shooting ng parehas na koponan. A substitute free throw. Lane violation. And that time, that substitute free throw will be converted. (69-64). 2 seconds differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Aaron will escape. Malakay. Robin Laguno, buzzer beater. Almost. We will end this third quarter 64-71, a 7-point lead by the creative MOOKEM helmet. Will be coming back. Check akong free throw.
1. Verse 7. 6.
14 out of
Tapos
22.
34. 1 minute.
14-22. 14-22. 50.
14-22, 63.6.
Sa kabila.
12-22. 54.5.
Ano pa?
Free throw, 3 points sa 2-3 to 7-31. 22.6.
Yan.
Sa kabila, 6-20.
Rebounds, 47.
Rebounds, 47.6.
Quarter score na lang, quarter score. Quarter score. First quarter.
First quarter, 19-20.
Sino bang?
DMH.
19.
45-46. DMH.
Sino lamang doon? Puro DMH yan.
DMH.
19 yung ROTOPACK. Tapos 40.
Wait lang. 40. $45-46.
DM pa rin. 46 ang DM. 46 ang DM. Robin Laguno scoring on that putback. And let's take a look at the free throw percentage of both teams. Both teams have shot 22 apiece. 14 of 22 para sa ROTOPACK, 63.6. While the creative up are, or rather the creative up with 12 out of 22 for a 54.5. Here's that lead pass. Laguno recovers that ball. Short. JD Pascual cannot control that ball. And Thomas Chua goes in for Charles Wong. At punta natin yung quarter score natin. The Creative Hub with 20 in the first. Adding another 26 on the second for a total of 46. Tapos dagdagan mo pa ng 25 in this quarter for 71 points. Samantalang ang ROTOPACK with 19. Basket will count. Basket eh. 3 minutes. Walang The basket will count. Laguno 5 straight points.
Okay po.
Yung ating last quarter, by the way, itong ROTOPACK 19 on the first, scoring 26 sa second quarter, for ending at 45. Pareha sila, 26-26 ang performance. Pero pagdating ng third quarter, only 19 points was scored. And with that, still coming from Malakay Lim, don't look now, we have a 7-0 run here in the fourth quarter by ROTOPACK. Double team. And Jordan Bentipo will score. Ralph. Robin Laguno, faking. Here's Ralph Chua. Ralph loses the leather. Matthew scores. And 4 unanswered points. Or rather, 4 points answered. Ralph Chua missed that 3. Here's Aaron. Aaron, Pinoy step. Too strong. Intimidated by the defense of Rudolph Retuya. And Thomas Chua. Here's JD Pascual plus a foul. Great hustle coming from Thomas Chua to keep that ball alive. Ralph Chua will be given a rest. JD still struggling sa 15-foot line. And again, that 15-foot line, it will be a big factor coming at the end of this ball game. Bentipo. Jordan spin. Kenny go. Blocked by Thomas. Aaron open. Bentipo overshoots that one. Rebound by Malakay. Here's Malakay. And Matthew Chong will be called for a blocking foul. Warning on the ROTOPACK for improper bench decorum. So parehas na, no? Parehas na may warning, both benches for improper bench decorum. Malakay to EJ. Malakay at the buzzer to tie this ball game at 75. Kua kicks out. Matthew pulls up jumper, overshoots. EJ slowing down a bit. Malakay, Robin Laguno. Entry pass, JD Pascual, miss. And there will be a pushing foul. Ralph Chua for Robin Laguno.
Coach.
EJ back to JD, but JD will miss. Matthew Chong, short. Ralph with the rebound. Ralph Chua stepping on the gas, chips it to the left. Aaron with the rebound. And Kenny go. And Derek Sabado will foul Kenny go. Kenny go will be shooting 2 free throws. Derek Sabado with his first, only his first personal in this ball game. Parehas, both teams. Ralph. Deris. Rudolph Platuya for Kenny Go. Game is tied at 75. Terry Sabado blocked by Carl Kua. Here's Aaron. Aaron will finish that pass break. Malakay for the lead. JD Pascual. And that ball goes to the hand of Rudolph Platuya. Aaron Yu. Aaron. Joseph. Back to Aaron. Aaron attacks. A timeout will be called by ROTOPACK. We will be coming back.
Okay na po.
Go na lang, coach.
Okay na po, okay na.
Go na lang, coach.
Lagay. Hindi lagay mo rin. Technical.
Ano nga pala ganun yung referee? Isa. Cute. Tumitok cute. Back to the ball game. Ralph Chua. Malakay. Back to Ralph. Here's EJ Lee. EJ. EJ converting that basket. Joseph Uy, Aaron, corner. A miss. Battle for the rebound. Matthew Chong. Aaron. Aaron, you with the 3 points and the lead is up now. Is up back to 5. Chua. And on that fast break, it's EJ Lee. EJ attacks, stretches his arm and goes for a finger roll. 5-point lead by MOOKEM helmets. Creative of Aaron Yu. Short. Lloyd D replacing Derry Sabado. It's on the 3. Matthew picking that 3. Matthew. ROTOPACK might not be happy with the call, but we can see. Two shot for Matthew. Matthew missed the first. With Charity. 6-point lead. JD block. JD again. Battle for the rebound. Rituya. Good defense coming from the defensive player. Here's EJ Lee, Ralph Chua, Lloyd T. Lloyd. EJ for three. Ralph keeps that ball alive, but there's Matthew Chong to steal that ball. Aaron, wide open! Whoopsie-doo! And escapes the defense of the big man. Back to an 8-point lead. KD Pascual with the basket.
High ball screen, Carl! Kamu na bumalaw!
Timeout is called, 87-83. We'll be coming back.
Papalo kasi. Ha? Papalo.
Yung Sunday lang.
Bandang gitna.
Hindi ko alam kung lilipat yun. With 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Matthew. Wesley Ang. Wesley, that would have been big. Long rebound. Goes to Aaron. And here's a steal by Robin Laguno. Robin almost loses the leather. Robin. And EJ Lee will be called for that foul. Wesley. Jordan Buendipo with a back fadeaway shot. Ralph. Malakai. He missed that one. Wesley with a rebound. Wesley being pressured. Gives it to Buendipo. Buendipo will miss. And the last 2 minutes, we are already inside. Under the last 2 minutes, 1 minute and 55 remaining. 89-83. Ralph Chua. Robin Laguno. Back to Ralph. Malakai Malakay for 3! Malakay Lem cutting the lead to a single-digit ball game or to a single possession ball game.
Okay, corner. Speed, shot, speed, speed.
Chong.
Go.
Matthew create miss. Here's Laguno on the pass break. Laguno. Malakay well used that high glass. And the game is very close. 89-88. 1 point lead. Wesley Ang. Wesley. Using that pick. Ralph with the screen. Here's a miss on the tray. Rudolph Retuya, finger roll! And Rudolph Retuya converting that putback. A timeout will be called by ROTOPACK. We will be coming back. Ano pa oh? 74 pa lang. Ano tayo tapos eh? Tangin na mag-share ko lang din lang. Ilang time out? Ha? Sa dalawa. As we come back to this semi-final match, win, extend, or go home for ROTOPACK. Malakay, Ralph for the tie, he will miss. Two green shirts. The creative of basketball. Wesley Ang for Ralph, for Carl Kua. (91-88). Retuya. Wesley Ang with the ball. Wesley kicks it out. Two to shoot. Aaron. Miss. Rebound by Aaron. And Laguno will give up a foul. "13 seconds remaining." The creative of calling a timeout. Will stick in the air. 91-88. A 3-point lead by the creative of MOOKEM helmets. They have that possession. Shot clock will now be up. If the creative of, just to secure the win, design a play and make a basket, this will be all over. But a chance. ROTOPACK needs to hustle down, double their effort, try to go for a steal and a foul. They still have a timeout left. Both teams have a foul to give before going to penalty. Both teams with a timeout left. So it's Retuya, Kua, Buentipo, Chong, and Yu. And a quick foul by Ralph Chua. That's the creative above, while for and Lloydie immediately fouled. Eleven seconds remaining. Aaron making the first. Aaron, eyes on the veins. Kung na kayo makipagtalo. 93-88. Malakay for three. EJ Lee, basket plus a foul. They can cut this lead to just two. But the problem is no more timeout. EJ missing that one. He gets his own miss. Now for the tie. Bang! EJ Lee intentionally makes that miss. Gets his own miss. Rotates that ball to Ralph Chua. And Malakay Lim wide open on that middle three.
13 pa yan.
Malakay Lim
13. 23
is 3 out of 13. Before the chat, he was 2 out of 12. He delivers that big three. But this is not yet over. Still 2 seconds remaining. ROTOPACK just need not to foul. They just need to make a honest defense. Ako naman gagamit ng charger mo.
Walang time out sa both teams. Starter pa.
Two seconds remaining. Exactly 2 seconds on the clock. Buentipo. Block! Jordan Ventipo will be shooting 2 free throws. Jordan missing the first. And we will end the regulation time at 93 all.
Awin mo na isa kahit dalawa na yung pwede lang. Kaya ayaw na nila maglaro, ibigay sa amin, taka na yan.
The game will continue. 93 all will be coming back. Last Friday, dalawang overtime. Ngayon naman, overtime uli. So, ganito ka exciting talaga yung ating Sigo Banawe Basketball Cup. Matthew missing the first.
Oo, siya.
Daniel Pua missing that one. Defensive rebound for Jordan Buentipo. Retuya on the attack. Buentipo. Jordan with another basket. Here's Malakay. Bounce pass and a steal. Wesley. Retuya. Intimidated by the defense of Ralph Chua. Ralph now. The forming Adamson Falcon soars high, but he will miss that layup. Last touch on Aaron Yu. Possession stays with ROTOPACK. 3:45 remaining. 14 on the shot clock. EJ Lee. Daniel. Here's Malakay. Missed that three. Buentipo with another rebound. Matthew Chong sees an opening in the middle and scores a layup. It's now a 6-point lead. Daniel Pua block. EJ Lee. JD Pascual overshoots that one. And a block from behind. Good defense by the creative Bob. Matthew Chong. Miss. Aaron with the ball. 7 to shoot. Aaron converting a 3. And a timeout will be called by ROTOPACK. We will be coming back. Paano pa ako pupunta sa Patay? Last night pa man din ng anak nung kaklase ko. Hindi, dyan sa ano ito? St. Peter. Dadaan ka naman St. Peter, di ba?
St. Peter.
Sa kesa nabi nyo ka dadaan.
Gawa pa lang ako eh. Hindi ko kabisado dito. Because nagsabi ko pala dito.
Hindi, pupunta nga kasi ko ng Patay, St. Peter. Sige, alas 12. Maaga pa ako bukas. Ralph Chua. EJ Laguno. KD and Kua will be called for a foul. With great shooters here in MOOKEM in ROTOPACK, this is not yet over. Although they are down by 9, but anytime Malakay, Ralph, and EJ can explode from that 3-point area. Oh, JD Pascual missing both free throws. Wesley. Matthew. Aaron. Miss. Kita naman yung referee natin, umuubo pa rin ha. Talagang on top of the situation. Malakay, step back jumper. Will miss. EJ with the rebound, but Matthew Chong will be called for that foul. EJ will be shooting 2. EJ will be taking a free 3.
Free 3 yan ha, free 3. Isa lang yan. Okay. Pwesto muna.
Coach! Lima na sa 11. 5 po, 5.
Here's EJ. EJ converting that 3 and the lead has been cut down. This is just a 2-possession ball game. 102-96. Matthew Chong and Ralph Chua will be called for that foul. Matthew making the purse. Two for Matthew. Here's Ralph Chua. Malakay taking that 3. Malakay miss. Robin Laguno and Aaron Yu getting that rebound. Jordan Buentipo, the biggest candidate, one of the big candidates para sa ating best player of the ball game. Pwede ba? And Wesley Ang with the dagger, the final nail in the coffin. EJ, basket will count.
Si Aaron to. Sumunod si Jordan.
EJ getting his own miss. EJ for 3. Bang! Again, just a 6-point lead and a hassle. A steal? Almost. Ralph trapping Matthew. And Ralph Chua will be called for pushing foul. Matthew will be shooting 2 free throws. Rudolph Retuya. Rudolph miss.
Hey, Aaron, hanapin ko na si Tarlo Kay. Go! Locate shooters lang. Hey!
Ralph to EJ. EJ Lee. Laguno keeps that ball alive. Put back miss. And I think that will be it. What a hard-fought battle. And advancing to the finals, the Creative Hub. Winning over at the overtime, 111-101. ROTOPACK will still see action para naman sa ating battle for third. 111-101. So, in behalf of the men and women of Stico Banawe Basketball Cup, sa pangunan ng aming commissioners, Commissioner Elton Seng and Commissioner Ken Jiang, this is Coach Anapo saying maraming salamat po. Magandang gabi. Keep smiling, everyone.